recent adventure. We are, gosh, a month in now, and we want to share with you guys 10 things that we have learned.
We've learned a lot. But
yeah,
we've
learned a lot.
Down to 10.
Yeah. So let's
Okay.
go ahead. Katie's gonna take you through the
We
first
have
bunch.
notes because we wanted to write this down. Okay. First thing is that I have learned to make my bed every day. My mom would be proud because I've never been one to make my bed. And in the small space of an RV, it makes you feel a lot better when your bed is made. And then going along with that, number 2 is because we do spend a lot of time on the bed with like homeschooling. The kids come in and cuddle with us, and they sometimes have sand on their feet, which is really awesome. Number 2 is to wash it every week or every other week when I go to the laundromat. So it's white, which is great, and then we can just bleach it, and it's not a big deal. But I don't think I've ever done that. Maybe some of you guys are really good at that. I have never done that. Yeah, sorry, Libby's going. We'll be right at Libs just a sec. Yeah, so number 3 then is you don't need as many clothes as you think you need. So Rob and I pared down bags and bags of clothes for us and the kids when we moved into the RV. And our closets, as you saw in one of the videos, are only that big, and we have bins up top and one bin for each of us on the bottom of our bed. But I'm going to be purging again, or at least taking them and putting them and storing them away, because we wear like the same week's worth of clothes, and then we wash them and wash the same, or wear the same week's worth of clothes. So I just don't like even having a messy closet because it just feels too cluttered.
Yep.
So that's number 3. Number 4 is food prep. Food planning has never been more important than when you're in an RV, because your fridge is really small, so you have to know what can fit inside of it. Plus, like, we are not close to a grocery store at all the time. The camps we've been at, and even here, we're not that far. It's like 20 minutes, but typically we've only lived like 2 miles from the grocery store, so it feels like a long drive to the grocery store. So we've been meal planning. This last time we went to the grocery store and we bought a lot more food. We actually stored some in our outdoor fridge as well, but we have about 2 weeks worth of meals right now, which is pretty good.
We're fortunate because right now we're staying at Camp of the Hills and we have full hookup. So we have power, water, and sewage, which means since we have power, coming to the important piece, we have a fridge outside that we can put some stuff in. But when we're boondocking it and we're in Walmart, we only have one fridge and freezer that we can use to store stuff in.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so
planning is key.
Yeah, planning is key. Number 5 is the fire ants.
Those fire ants. Yeah, in Texas they have fire ants. Florida they have fire ants. They are just not fun. So just be mindful of where you're putting things down, and you know what areas of traffic, high traffic, are going to be, because the kids happen to have to walk right into this fire pit area, or that fire pit. They walk over the fire pit. No, the kids have to walk where there's a big anthill, and so the good thing is we flooded that area with water, and they're actually the ants are moving.
On accident, the kids did it, and then they bit up Brix's feet because they all tried to evacuate.
But the ants are moving, so one by one.
But we did a little homeschool project on that, and the eggs and all of that stuff, so it turned out not so bad, just a couple bites. And then the next one is also for Rob.
Have lots of tools. I'm telling you, there's so many things you have to fix here and there.
Not big things. Not
big things, but just little things you got to kind of maintain. You'll have like the door, for example. The door has wind hinges, if I can talk. And what happens is, what that means is when the wind hits it, it actually doesn't, swing back and forth. Well, it was getting loose, so the wind was kind of catching it, and so I had to tighten up the bottom screws on it. And so, it's important that you have tools. You have a good drill, because you're going to use it for your leveling jacks and different things.
We're going to show them the tool.
Yes, the tool. I had a good friend who gave me this tool here, and it's like a Gerber, and it's a multi-tool, and it's got pliers, it's got knives, it's got saws, it's got screwdrivers.
Needles out of Briggs's hand when we were on a hike one day.
Very handy, very handy. So just make sure you have tools. And you'd be surprised, like, I mean, I even used this to pull out the thorns. We had these big thorns that kept getting into the tires of our bikes and different things. So
well, you just skipped
very
to
useful.
number 8, so why don't you just touch on that?
So yes, so in Texas they have these little thorns that there's a special name for it. I don't know it, but anyways, they have thorns and they will go through your shoes. They'll go through your bicycle tires, even your mountain bike tires.
They
And
flattened
they will
Libby's
just-
tire. They flattened all 3 of the tires on our big double stroller.
Yeah. So make sure you're wearing a good pair of shoes, and make sure you're okay with replacing your tires if you decide to go in the grass with your bike or your stroller that has bicycle tires on it. So
That's not everywhere. It was at the
right.
state park in
Yeah,
a
Inks
lot
Lake,
of the
yeah.
area, but where we're at now and another place that we were stayed at, they didn't have them. So I think it's just certain areas that have them.
Yep.
Okay, so back to number 7. Know the height of your RV. We knew it for driving purposes because we were told, like, people who go under tunnels or under overpasses, you just need to make sure you know the height of your RV. Well, we are actually under RV port, or like a carport right now, and this is the first time we've done that. So we were worried about the size and not hitting the electricity and the water when we were moving in. And I kind of forgot about the height. The one side of the carport has a much higher clearance, but the back side does
kind of
not.
closed off. Yeah.
And so we might have touched the top
We
of it.
touched it. We stopped right away, so we didn't do any damage to the
But if
roof.
we would have kept going, we would have totally knocked, like,
We
the
would have
air
probably just taken the air conditioner right out.
and the whatever else is up there.
Yeah,
So
so-
know the height of your RV.
Very key, and then just be mindful. Just be watching all sides. We're still working that whole like backing up process and getting in, and
I
I just get so confused sometimes with I have to I just look at Katie and she's signaling to me, which helps. So
Yeah.
it's hard to hear behind like a 35 or whatever 38
Yeah.
foot trailer. So
We probably should get
35
like
foot.
walkie-talkies, but we're kind of not wanting to spend any more money on the RV right now. So,
Yep.
all right. So number 9 is know where your local ER is, which I made note of that when we first got to town. And so when we needed to go there on Friday, we knew where to go. Not all children realize that their mouth is a good pocket for quarters. And one of our children shall remain nameless, but it would be our 7-year-old who decided at the playground to put the quarter in her hand in her mouth so she could ride the tire swing while another girl pushed her, and lo and behold, she comes running over and she swallowed the quarter. So we ran over to the ER just to make sure that it was passing correctly, because she said her neck was hurting, and so we didn't want it like lodged in her throat. So that was fun on Friday night, last Friday night. And then the last thing that we've learned is this one.
Oh yeah. So on the front of your RV, you have 2 20-pound gas tanks. Propane tanks, I should say. They're the same kind as you use on your grill, your barbecue grill. And so just be mindful. You're watching that. I have 3 of them total, because I have one that was just portable, and then I have the other 2 that are hooked up. And
we've been here a month.
Yeah, we've been here a month, and we still have like probably about a tank worth of gas left between the 2 that's left there. So.
And what is the propane for?
The propane is great for obviously our stove top. It also, our fridge has been running off of it. Anytime we're not hooked to power, our fridge is, I guess, can kind of run off gas and keep cool, and your freezer keeps cool
so
that way.
when we're driving, we can keep it. When we're moving, when we're in the Walmart parking lot, it runs off of the propane.
And then we have a water heater that it uses gas, obviously, and then we have a water pump that also uses gas. And so I love that water pump. It makes me smile.
To be continued on another episode.
Yeah.
We'll know where he's getting that sarcasm from. All right, so here are the top 10 things that we've learned so far of being a month in. God has also just reminded us of His constant provision for us in so many different ways, and just top 3 of those would be this camp that we're staying at is a Christian camp that serves low-income families during the summer, but they have a couple RV sites for volunteers, and other people who use this place as a retreat during off season, and I just reached out to the director and he graciously allowed us to stay here at a very minimal price, and so that's been super nice. Plus they invited us to dinner on Tuesday up at the dining hall for dinner and fellowship, so we met all the other people that live on camp during the off season. And their little girl is 8, and Libby and her are out playing right now, and they're actually going to have their first sleepover tonight. So Libby's super stoked, and that's another provision is she's very outgoing, but wherever we go, God has provided friends. At the state park, she had a friend to play with a couple of the days. When we were at Krause Springs, there was another girl exactly her same age that was right next to us.
Yeah.
So God's really provided for her in that particular way. And then we love having our friends Corey and Megan about 45 minutes from us. We go to their church. We went over and hung out at their friend's house for Easter, and they have come to our rescue a time or two, and that's actually where our mail is sent as well while we are here. So we hope you guys had a great Easter, and I'm sure we'll do another video like this to come about what else we've learned. But this is it for now. Peace out.
Bye.